Thanks to Hana, it looks like Yulia is finally a part of the team. For now, it seems, but yes, and it also seems like we got an answer on what this 3 thing is. It seems like it's all but confirmed at this point, but what does it mean in the end is, I guess, the question that comes. This is my thoughts on episode 7 of Mieruko-chan, so let's jump into it. Open up the episode, we have Yulia is alone, and it looks like she is, yes, dead set on getting back at Miko. It seems like based on our experience with her in the last time that she was in the show, she thinks that Miko is making a fool of her, humiliating her, and so she's trying to get back at her. But this jumps to Hana being super excited about the picture they took at the hotspot, and yeah, it seems like it's like if you could pick 2 numbers to be in a social media post, obviously the likes are going to be 666 and the retweets are going to be 42, obviously. But yeah, she's super excited about it, and of course Miko's like, yeah, you forgot a face. Because she was putting stickers on her faces. But this has encouraged Hana to basically take up photography, so she gets an Instacam. And obviously, again, every picture she's going to take is going to have something in the background. But yeah, something rushing by Miko as she took her picture in the classroom. But this is when Yulia comes in, and I kind of figured this is the route that she was going. I mean, obviously, if Yulia wants to force Miko to do something, you go through Hana. So whatever you manipulate Hana to do is what Miko's going to do. So she basically manipulates Hana into thinking that, oh, well, I have this great place that we can go to where you can take great pictures, and that encourages Hana to drag Miko along with them to go out to this, some sort of tunnel. And it seems like this tunnel has something special in it, like a lot of ghosts or whatever. People that can see these things avoid this place because there's a lot of them in it. But yeah, it's turned into this whole back and forth between Miko avoiding things and Yulia thinking that she's doing things that she's not doing, which I thought was fantastic. Because I thought at some point it would be this aspect of her finally realizing, oh, Miko can see something that I can't. No, it ends up turning into Miko is using her superpowers to turn barriers on and all this other stuff. She goes to get a rock out of her foot and loses her balance, and Julia the entire time's like, oh my gosh, is she putting up a barrier? And then yeah, this big huge one eating all these other ones, and she thinks that she's exercising them all because she can't see the one that's destroying them. I thought it was fantastic. It was really goofy. But at the same time, Miko is realizing Yulia can't see these certain types, which she kind of had an idea of it based on their experience before, but this seems to be kind of confirming it. And I noticed it seems like it went out of its way to have Yulia confirm that there was some in the photo that she wasn't able to see. Like, she didn't realize there was that many there until she looked at this photo that had several of them behind them. And so it kind of makes me believe that, I guess there's levels. Like, obviously Miko can see like large ones, pretty much all of them. Yulia can see these ones, but photography can also capture ones that even Yulia can't see. That seems what it seems like it's implying. But yeah, as this big thing is grabbing all of them and Yulia's trying to force Miko to admit that she can see them, eventually it comes to a point where this monster realizes that they can see him. So it's going to attack them, and then, yeah, that's when the spirits show up again, take out this, well, it didn't really take them out. It kind of just attacked it, stopped it, kind of suppressed it because it almost like it evolved, like it grew bigger because it had all these things in it, and it flees. And then they raise up their finger to a 1. So again, that kind of confirms what my thought was in the previous episode. This thing was saying 3, as in 3 times they will protect her. And that's when they get back in the bus and they go to leave, and Hana kind of noticing that both of them are in their own state of mind. Yulia obviously feels defeated because she thinks that Miko is stronger than she lets on. And Miko is obviously kind of reeling over this whole experience and this thing that saved him and trying to figure out, yes, that this thing is protecting her 3 times. So Hana kind of brings them together and takes a nice little photo, which I thought was really cute. I'm glad they didn't do the whole thing where there was something in the background behind the photo of them, because it was really kind of a sweet experience, and I wanted them to kind of have that moment of not like going, oh, there's something in the background. No, it's just the sweet moment of the 3 of them, which is really great for Yulia, because we've kind of gotten a hint in previous episodes with her that people rejected her because she could see these things. That she was saying that she could see these things, and everybody thought that she was doing it because she wanted attention. So this is a group that doesn't seem like it's doing that quite yet. Obviously, Miko, not wanting to admit it, she knows that she can see them. So she can kind of confine in her, even though Miko won't admit it. And at least Hana is more pure and more positive. But yeah, she sends a photo to them, and Yulia, kind of acting like tsundere, ends up setting as her wallpaper. And then they cut to a scene after the cast where we have Yulia kind of trying to figure out why there was so many there. And this is the point in which she realized, based on Hana scarfing down a whole bunch of stuff, that Hana has an aura that draws but also damages them. So this little one next to her foot gets crispied away as Hana is scarfing down a bunch of food. So yeah, great episode overall. Really love it. Really fantastic. I think the big question mark this episode leaves is, for me anyways, is what happens after 3. I'd assume that obviously it's 3 times of saving her before they won't save her anymore. But I also know that in a lot of these cases with these sort of packs, like, because this thing did put its hand on Miko, and it could serve as a pack of protection, strictly 3 times you're safe, or it could be an aspect of 3 times and then fulfill by some other way. Is it a pact of we will protect you 3 times and then you're ours? I know I immediately go down the dark route, but this show does technically have a very solid horror theme to it. So could it mean that something must be given up once Miko reaches 3? Or is it just simply 3 and done? Go back to the shrine and recharge or something. Go back and do another prayer. Because that's the biggest question. Once the 3 is over, does she need to run back over there and do another prayer to get 3 charges back? Or does she need to go to a different shrine? Because obviously, she's already run into 2 very difficult situations, and it's only a matter of time before 2 more appear. But maybe Julia will be the answer that they need to correcting Hana's issue. Because the reason why they run into so many big things is because they're drawn to Hana. And if Yulia now knows that, she could do something to help, which I think would be really sweet. Or possibly Yulia knowing the godmother, they can go to the godmother for help for it. I think technically the godmother already knows, because she did note it when they met her, but she didn't do anything about it. So I don't think the godmother really has an answer. She could seek an answer once Julia kind of lets her know what's going on. But again, I think if the godmother knew an answer, she would have told him. I am really surprised, because I thought the aftercast was going to get into what ran by the window when Hana took a picture of Miko in the classroom. So I'm guessing that's probably going to come up later. I just find this show has a habit of whenever there's something very simple or minor in the screen, it always comes back later. But we'll see. That's my thoughts on episode 7 of Mieruko-chan. Still a fantastic series. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below. Comment. Let me know what you thought of this episode. What do you think happens after 3? Subscribe if you haven't already. Share this video if you can. Support us on Patreon if you can. We definitely appreciate everybody that does. And y'all take care.